G'day all and welcome back to another video. So this summer I decided to grow some Jackby little pumpkins and what are they? Richmond whatever they are, cucumbers, an heirloom variety. And because I've been busy at work, the joints just become overgrown. Look at that. And we got pumpkins almost growing out the door, and we've got pumpkins there, and I want to let them go and come back and visit the joint. Look, they're just growing up. They're just everywhere. And well, it took a while for them to come on deck. No, there's one in here somewhere. There we go. So I'll get in there and show you this one. So these are the pumpkins we're looking at. They're really tiny. They're not massive. And they're just everywhere, and they're just fucking everywhere. I don't know what to say about it. Our Richmond cucumbers are going alright. I've got one over there that I've picked off over here. I can't get in here at the moment because I've just watered, and so I'll put one in here at the moment. So yeah, that's what I picked off in here, but I don't know, I'll let it grow out this autumn, and then I'll come back and clean it up. I don't know if the sheep's interested in these, so I'll pick up a couple and see what he does. So I've picked up a couple. So what we've got is our garden bed that we didn't grow in. You know, our tomatoes and beans over there. It's just been a schmozzle. I haven't had the time to do what I wanted to do here. So I'm going to put the sheep in here again. You can see what it is, and I'll let you see if he eats it down. I'll come over to him and, hey buddy, you interested in these? You want some of them? No, he's not. So don't know what I'll do with those, but maybe there's too much food here for him at the moment. So we're at the long weekend here in March. He's got all this area to eat down, and we'll let him go and see how he goes. He seems to be enjoying himself at the moment, so we'll see how long it takes him to eat down that patch. He's probably at the full extent of his chain at the moment. We'll see how he goes to eat all this down. But yeah, my main video was, like I said, I've got pumpkins growing out the door. Like I said, I've got lots of pumpkins. Got pumpkins there, there's 3 there, and we come inside and there's all pumpkins there, and they're all little pumpkins. Christy and I are the only ones who eat them, so oh, it's insane. It's like a forest in here. I'll insert a photo of what it's like when we clean it out. So yeah, we've got some tomatoes in here, but they're only cherry tomatoes. But everything's been taken over by these pumpkins, and there's a bee in here. Look at that. There's a bee. Where is it? It's in there. There it is. So they're in here pollinating everything. So they do get in here and they can get out because the roof's open. But I'm not one to pull shit out. So we'll let all these little pumpkins grow the best they can, and what we get is what we get. We're in March, April, May. So we're still looking at probably 2 months of growing. I want to pull them out by winter, June. I'll assess the situation in 2 months' time to see what's going on. I don't want to walk through there at the moment and destroy everything. But it's also, yeah, I don't know how productive it is. And these, I'm glad I got some new. All right, I'll go for a fucking wander and. It's like I don't know where anything is. So you can see the tomatoes and what we've got. Oh, there's cucumbers everywhere, and the bees are in here having a field day. It's just a... Oh, well, there you go. So that's a Richmond cucumber. They're sort of like a watermelon, but reverse. They're more... Oh, I'm going to pick it. Oh, there's a pumpkin at my feet. I can feel it. There's a pumpkin there, isn't there? Look, where is it? Yeah, right. Oh, it's sensational in here. All right, I need to get that. All right. Pumpkin. There's heaps of these bugs. Look at those bugs. And there's another. Oh, well, there's another one. So, Richmond. They're an all... not organic, what do you call them? Hang on, I'm going to fall over. It's so thick in here. I'm going to fall over. Oh, I've lost a fucking shoe. Alright. So Richmond cucumbers. There we go, we're out. So Richmond cucumbers. They're sort of like a watermelon-y thing. I'm glad they grew. This is our second year of trying to grow them, and we weren't successful the first year. So I'm happy they've grown this second year. They're a Richmond apple, that's what I'm looking for. So they're an apple cucumber. If they're nice, I'll have a brilliant seed stock. So I'm sort of growing them for seed. I might share some around and see how they go. Got a couple inside, they tasted okay. So, yeah, this is an update of what's going on in the greenhouse at the moment. That's why I've been pretty quiet, because I've been busy at work, and yeah, it's all been insane. And I'm actually re-evaluating my situation when it comes to... Get out of me tomatoes, cunt. Sorry about the language. Get out of them. Yeah, I'm trying to re-evaluate my situation of how I'm doing my gardening, because I just don't have water. Just capturing water off my house and buying water. I just don't have water during the growing season. So I'm going to, revisit growing everything in wicking beds and systems and pots and stuff like that. I just don't have the water. Barry's got the water. He's on his own. He's got massive tanks. We don't. We've got our limited supply of water, and a lot of that goes to the household use. And if it doesn't rain, I can't capture. So, yeah. But rather, I'd like to keep this garden bed viable for gardening, and if I can bring the sheep in here and he can eat it all down and shit on here and piss on here and do whatever he does to fertilise it, it'll still be productive ground for if we ever can decide to do it. But look, I don't know how long Barry will be here for. He wants to be here forever, but I don't know if he will. I'd want to move my greenhouse onto my property over there a bit more, and everything's everything, and everything's a re-evaluation at the moment. So I'll come back and I'll show you how the sheep's going over the next... All right, I'll give it till next weekend, see what he's done. He'll probably be here for 2 or 3 weeks, because I'll move him around a little bit where he can reach other shit, and I'll pull these tunnels up and I'll get him to eat everything down and see how long it takes for a bit of content. I got rhubarb over there. He won't eat it. Sheep aren't dumb. They know what's not good for them, and rhubarb's not good for them, and they won't eat it. So potatoes, the self-growing potatoes aren't really self-growing. We can't identify them at the moment, which is a pain in the ass. They're there. I've got some there. I could probably... I don't know. All right. Let's see what we got here. If I was to pull these up, I think that's a seed, and yeah, there's probably... There we go. There's potatoes. Yeah, just a random pull potato out of the ground. There we go. So we do have potatoes here. That's the seed. If you want to dig them up, they're there. So we've got potatoes that grow here randomly, and they're all there, and they last all year round. They're frost tolerant. People say your potatoes aren't frost tolerant. Well, ours are, because they've been here forever. So yeah, that's all I've got for this video, and until I come back and show you what the sheep's doing. Like, I did plant tomatoes here, and we had a couple of days there that they really zapped us, but they're here. Look, there's... That's a tomato. That's a tomato. That's a tomato, but my neglect, apart from the area that's sort of been watered, you know, I got red tomatoes there. We do have red tomatoes. We've got red tomatoes, so... But I haven't looked after them as I usually would have. So, and that's because I changed jobs, and I've been at my new job for 12 months, so everything prior to that has been me being able to look after the garden. The past 12 months, yeah, I haven't been able to look after the garden I'd like, and different summer to last year. We've had a lot less rain this year, and yeah, it is what it is. So I'm down to 1 chicken. I need to get more chickens, and maybe fence the chicken off in here, and like I used to do in the past. But yeah, it's going to be a big re-evaluation of how we grow vegetables up here on the hill. And yeah, so we'll leave this bloke do what he's going to do, and I'll visit it next weekend. And so you've got an idea. It's pretty lush, and I don't know, these things are weeds, and they've got heaps of seed on it, so hopefully he'll eat it down before the seeds drop. Look at that. I don't know if you can see them, but we've got white butterflies already, and yeah, I've got to clean up here, and I'll probably let the sheep in there, and the broad beans are finished on that first rack there, but we still got climbing beans there, so I don't want the sheep to get into there, and just let it eat it down and clear it out, and he does a good job. He's enjoying himself, so he'll go through and cherry pick all the good grass first, and he'll eventually get onto all the shit he doesn't like. So that's all we got at the hill at the moment. It's a bit of a semi-overcast, cloudy day up here at the hill today. A little bit of wind around. So, yeah, until next weekend, see you all on the next video.